Hey guys, welcome. So starting off with this tutorial, we're going to do the outline where we want the mask to go. Now the reason for this M shape on my forehead is to basically display where we want the nails, which is at the top of the triangles, and we want the skin to appear like it's drooping. Now with the spirit gum, we will be placing it at the top of the triangles where we want our nails to initially go. Tap on it to make sure it's sticky and apply your putty. Now you can use the smoothing tool to flatten out the surfaces. You want to basically flatten out all your edges to appear as if it's somewhat connected to your skin, or basically connected to the mask. You want to leave the middle portion kind of bulky because that's where we will be placing the nails. Now use your guideline and go along those edges. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it should be close. Now you want to continue with the other side, doing the same steps, tapping on it to make sure it's sticky, applying your putty, smoothing out the edges, and using your guide. Now here you want to go to the high points of your cheekbones, use that as a guide, apply the spirit gum, apply your putty, smooth it out. You know the drill. Now if your hands get sticky, you can use a napkin and just wipe it off. Okay, so last one, guys. Hang in there. Doing the same steps that we did the last 3 times. You get the idea. Now using my concealer, I will map out where I want the bottom part of my brow to go. This acts as a guideline, serving a great purpose. If you haven't seen my brow tutorial, you should watch it. Duh. Using my brow pomade, I will map out the bottom part of my brow, mimic it on the top, and color it in, allowing the front of the brow to be a little bit more ombre. Now same technique on the other side, using the concealer, while at the same time coating my lids for what's going to be there later, which is eyeshadow. Now drawing in that second brow, hoping and praying it's similar to the first one. Coloring the brow in and allowing the ombre to be in the front. Now with my same concealer, I will be carving out the top part of my brow just to make it a little more seamless. Now with this palette, I will be starting off with the red, applying it directly at my crease, and making somewhat of an oval shape. Next is my orange, working directly on top of that red. Then my yellow, tapping out the excess to avoid fallout. Now I'm going over each color again, just to allow for maximum pigmentation. Next, I'm carving out my crease with the same concealer, using a concealer brush. And since I have hooded eyes, I will go over my crease. Now I wanted to do a different shape, so I decided to do a little swoop, as you can see. Using this pale yellow shimmer, I will apply it at the very inner corner of my eyes. Next, I want to use this beige shimmer and apply it directly next to it. I'm leaving the tail end of the crease for another color. Using this copper shimmer, I will complete the crease using it at the tail end. Now I want to make sure that red color doesn't lose its pigmentation, so I'm going back with my red and just blending it more in. Now with my full coverage foundation, I will apply it with a flat brush, stippling away. Be careful when you stipple around your putty because you don't want to maneuver it and make lumps. Continuing down my face, I will apply the foundation everywhere the mask is supposed to be. Using my concealer brush just to make sure I get the little fine details. Now you definitely want to use your concealer brush for around the eyes because you don't want to mess up your eye makeup. Continuing down the face till you have the mask complete. Now with some liquid latex, I will be applying it with a sponge, stippling away at the areas that is not the mask. So basically the outside perimeters. Be sure to bring it down just a little bit so it blends in. Now you'll know it starts to dry once it has that yellow appearance and you start peeling away just to give that burnt look. Now with a red cream product, I will stipple away in different areas. Then I will use a cream black and do the same. Make sure you blend into your hairline so it allows for a more seamless look. Now using a taupe color, I will do the same. And I'm also using a yellow cream base. Next, I want to go by the edges, just so it applies a more seamless look. making it look like a mask. Next, I want to contour my nose, giving it a more slender appearance, and apply a really pink blush. Next, I will use a red lip pencil and overdraw my lips. I want it to appear doll-like, so that's the reason why I'm overdrawing. Then I will use a very bright liquid lipstick just to complete the look. Now's the fun part. We will be applying the screws. Now these are real screws, you guys. It doesn't hurt me, obviously, because we have the putty. And I'm literally not nailing it to my head. Making sure I get all four corners. And this is the look. Now for the detail. I'm using a black liquid liner to outline the mask, just to give it a even more mask-like appearance. Next, I will use the black in the palette and just go over that liquid liner, just to give it a shadow. Now for even more detail. I will be using a white pencil and highlighting the edges of the mask. Now using this color in the palette, I want the mask to appear as if it has folds, since the mask isn't completely on my face. So we're just applying folds. Now since I want some dimension, I'm applying a different color just to give it variety and applying more folds. Since I want multiple folds, I applied it more highlight and again, more creasing and shadowing. Now using the jumbo pencil, I'm drawing in my waterline and completing the look with blue mascara. Here's my look, guys. Hope you love it.